Your hands over the camera. Hello. You're watching Much Ado About Something, and I'm Donna. This is Ellie. I have David and Madeline here, and we are at the orchard. We went on a road trip today to come and get some produce, and I thought I'd share it with you. You ready?
Everyone get ready for the good part.
This vegetable farm orchard has toys for the kids, right?
Hello.
Well, we made it through the orchard, and I'll show you what we got. I'll do a haul for you when we get back. We're up in the mountains today, and it was like visiting family. It was so good to talk to everybody up there, and I'll show you. I'll show the footage of it with you when I put together the video. Hello, you're watching Much Ado About Something today, and I'm Donna. Thank you for joining me. I wanted to show you what we bought when me and the kids went to the orchard. I bought 50 pounds of cabbage, but I took out a few heads because I've cooked them, made slaw, and then we took a few heads to friends. I bought a box of apples, a box of tomatoes, and a box of sweet potatoes. Which I thought was really funny that I drove to Virginia to buy North Carolina sweet potatoes. But they look delicious, and Donald loves sweet potatoes. We love them. So I picked those up. I got a few ears of corn here just to eat. I didn't want to can or put up any corn this year. I just got enough corn to eat. And so those are the things that we bought from the orchard when I took the kids up there, and we had an orchard run to get a few things that we need. Today's August 23rd, so it's still summer and it's still pretty warm. So they hadn't pulled their pumpkins off the vines quite yet, so we didn't pick up any pumpkins. Normally I do pick up pumpkins at the orchard when I go there. But not this time. They were not ready, and that's perfectly okay because I'm not ready for them. I've been trying to do the Every Bit Counts challenge for August, and I have been putting plenty of food up, but I'm telling you, trying to get it all filmed while I'm doing it and take care of these grandkids here at the end of the summer, I've been defeated on some days. I'm not getting quite done what I wanted to do in that area. I have still thoroughly enjoyed sharing that challenge, being a part of it, and I'm going to do as much as I can. But I had to come to a conclusion that if I did not finish the month's challenge, this first attempt, that I wouldn't beat myself up about that. My fatigue level is still high. I still am fatigued. This past year from recovering from the virus, my energy, I just hadn't got back like I normally have. So in working within those confines and doing what I can, I am doing what I can. But if I don't meet every day of that challenge, then I will try again next year. So I just wanted to share that with y'all and let you know that I am putting up food, but it's not always something that I can film, and it's not always, getting done on the day by day. Some days I'm having to do two or three canning and preserving foods all in one day. Whenever I get a break, whenever I can find the time to get it in, because there's a lot of other things going on at the same time, and I'm sure you understand that. I'm sure you're very busy too at this time of the year. It's just a busy time of the year. I think it's more busy than spring for us. It really is. It's just a lot going on. But things are good. I've been happy I've been enjoying preserving and enjoying this time of the year. I can feel fall not far behind, that we're getting a few crisp days, lower temperatures, and it's just a hint of fall to come, so that's a welcome relief. Now, a lot of people think of pumpkins as fall, but I tell you, apples, I think of apples in the fall. So I did pick up a box of apples, and I'll be sharing some of the Every Bit Counts challenge with you and what I do with those apples. So just be sure to follow my channel and watch those. They're really interesting. It's just always interesting to see how somebody else puts up things and, you know, to learn and to share. I've thoroughly enjoyed that. Okay, I got a few things that I got from Walmart. I just wanted to share those with you. I don't remember. I don't know if you watch my channel. If you're new here, welcome. And if you watch my channel, then you'll know that on the last haul that I did, I was looking for a shower curtain when I went to TJ Maxx or Home Goods, and there was one there that I really liked, but it was $50. Well, when I went to Walmart, and I just thought, well, let me walk through here and check. I found this one, and it was $23.97, and it was really pretty. I really liked it, and it's almost exactly like the one that I was looking at that was $50. So I did pick that up. That's going to be my fall shower curtain. I picked up just a little pair of pants like this that I like to wear around the house. And I didn't get too much at Walmart. I just ran in there and checked this out and was really happy to get this pretty shower curtain. They did have a Pioneer Woman shower curtain too that is beautiful. It has a checked background, and it's real floral. Of course, that one puts me in the mind of spring, so I didn't pick that up. But if that's still there when I decorate for spring, I may pick that up. Another thing I picked up were these lids from Ball. Now, I love their amber jars, Ball's amber jars. I love them to put the things that I make in them, oil infusions, tinctures, just to store herbs. You know, those things are light sensitive, so if you can put them in an amber bottle like this, or amber jar when you're processing your herbs and things, I mean, it just increases the shelf life of those herbs, and it keeps them in a good state for a long time. Well, I have in the past just been using those little lids that I've collected. As you can see here on my herb rack, I've got some of the airtight black lids. I've got some of these antique zinc lids that some people used canning when they first started canning. I've got some corks, which I feel good about. They're airtight. These are airtight. They've been good. And then some of the little jars that I saved to put herbs in, I have the lids that came with them. If you've been around, and I've shared my spice cabinet with you, then you know this little spice shelf that Donald's built for me. He built this shelf for me to put the spices. I have a cabinet over the stove to put spices, but of course it wasn't big enough. It's just two small cabinets here over the stove. It actually looks bigger than they are on camera, but they're not that big. And of course I still do have spices in this cabinet also. I have spices that I've grown, spices that I've bought, spices that I've foraged. So I love the spices. When you cook from scratch, you need a lot of spice. And I love the jars that we have on this spice cabinet. They're the jars, a lot of them that we collected from Donald's home place. This one, these. Some of these we collected from his home place. Not this. Yeah, this one we sure did. It's not a ball jar, but it's an amber jar. A lot of these jars we collected from his home place, and they have sentimental value. You know, they have value to us because they came from his family's farm, and I love using those because it's a little piece of our history. That's how I like to decorate. That's how I like to live. I like to use things that have meaning. It just enhances my life. It enhances our life. And so that's what our spice rack is full of, these jars. And you know, a lot of these jars, the lids had already rusted off, or the lids were not with them. So I just used some of the antique lids. And back in those days, a lot of jars were made with the same size lid as a ball cannon lid, wide mouth or regular, so that you could reuse your jars. They intended for you to reuse them then, and they made those mouth openings the size of a cannon jar lid. So all of these old antique jars that he got from his home place, no matter what came in them, a ball jar lid, a regular lid or a wide mouth lid would fit on all of these jars. And so I just had the lids, and that's what I used. But when I went to the store, when I went to Walmart and I checked out their cannon section, I noticed they had these wooden lids. Wooden lids with silicone seals that fit regular and wide mouth jars. And this one's so good, it's tight, it's on so tight I can't get it with one hand. But they just pop right off, and they have a silicone seal. And so I've got two of these. I've got it on my celery seed, which I love celery seed as a seasoning. I use it in a lot of my soups and slaws and different things. And then this is a seasoning I use a lot for pork when we cook it. It's just a seasoning that I've mixed up that tastes really good on pork. But those lids I really liked. I wanted to share those with you. And so I have two jars here that I'll be crushing up some herbs later and putting in here. Let me show you the underneath of this. Actually, when I took that lid off, it popped. It had a pop sound. And it says it's not for preserving. So it's not, you know, if you just try to can in this, it's not going to seal like a ball lid. That's not what this lid is designed for. But it is designed for storage. Storage like the herbs. And when you just put it on, it's kind of like a cork. It's not a cork, it's a wooden lid with a silicone seal, but in the fact that it is easy to get on and off. Not as easy with one hand. You hear that pop? I have to hold it and then pull it. So one hand is holding this phone now, and one hand is trying to pull off the seal. But I've been really happy with those. I bought, this is wide mouth, and then a regular mouth size lid. And I love to pinch my salt and pepper, so I have salt and peppers here that I like to pinch. And so I used a regular one here, so when I'm cooking I can just pinch my salt and put it over my food. And a wide mouth one actually fit my little pepper canister here that I also pinch and season when I'm cooking. So I was really tickled to get those. You can see there's a difference in the lids. There's light and there's dark, because these are natural wood, and that's what you're going to get. You're going to get a mixture of light or dark, and I love it. I thought they were beautiful, natural, and I really liked them. They were $9.99 for 3. The wide mouths and the small mouths were the same price. But that's something new that I've picked up. And I also wanted to share with you this dishwashing liquid. If you've watched my channel, then you know I have a video about trying to find a good dishwashing liquid to pump out the right amount so that you're not wasting a ton of this stuff. You're not washing a ton of this stuff down the drain, and you're not, I'm not overusing a product that I use a lot. So I usually put my dish soap in a pump. I usually put it in a pump bottle, and one pump usually measures out the exact amount of dishwashing liquid. But what I liked about this new little bottle is it sits upright like this on your sink or wherever you put your dishwashing liquid. And you can just grab it. You don't have to mess with any flip tops or any kind of lids. You just squirt a little bit in there. And it's not wasteful. It's measured out, and it's an easy squeeze bottle, and I just love that. No flip, no mess, you know. And you would think, oh my goodness, what difference does that make? You know what difference it makes when you're really busy and you got a ton of stuff to do. Like right now, I've got to make relish out of these end of the year cucumbers. I mean, I've got apples that I've got to put up. I've got corn. I've got herbs that I've got to get into the containers. Really busy, got a lot going on. And just the small things of squeezing a tiny bit of dishwashing liquid into your sink. Normally I have a dish pan in here, and that's what I wash my dishes in. I don't have a dishwasher, so I hand wash all of my dishes. And it's important to me to have really good systems, a really good dishwashing liquid and a really good system to dispense it, so I'm not wasting or overusing any kind of product. You know, it's been one of my goals for the last few years to just use enough that's effective, to stop wasting and to stop adding to problems in landfills and the excess amount of detergents and crap that goes down our drains that hurt our water supply. It's just been something that I've made myself an effort to be conscious of. Measuring this dishwashing liquid helps me to do that. It helps me not to use an excessive amount. And so that's what I like about this little bottle. I like this little thing. I wanted to share those two products with you, the Dawn and the Bog Jar, because those are things that I really liked. I was really tickled with, and I thought, wow, I just want to share those, that they're good. And of course this bottle here, you could refill this little squeeze bottle with Dawn if that's what you wanted to do to get the most use out of this bottle, this plastic bottle that we don't want to fill the landfill with anymore. We can certainly reuse that for as long as we can, and that's the thing, my plan for that. Still canning up all of my stuff. And you talking about a fun day. My little grandchildren thoroughly enjoyed going to that orchard. Now, when we went to pay and I showed you the pictures of all the things that they had picked that day and had up under their shelter, and that's where you go and pay, where their cash register and everything is at, they had a table that was full of toys, and the owner wanted the kids to go and pick out a toy. And that was a real treat. There was a little something there for each one of them, and they really thoroughly enjoyed that. Of course, they have tons of toys. They have a lot of things. But that treat, it just made them feel like it was specialized, somebody thought about them. And they enjoyed getting their little toy, and they played with it all the way down the road. And we thoroughly just enjoyed visiting those people. That was in the Appalachian Mountains, there in the area where my mom and her family picked from orchards. And actually the owner, which I will show you, you will have seen. I will include a clip of him. I wanted to get a clip of him because he went to school with my mother, and I'm not going to give his name or anything on here because I don't have permission to do that. I'm not sure if he would want that, but it's always such a treat to go there. He recognizes me, and he is just really good. He's just really good to me and to my family, and it's a real treat to go up there and visit him and visit those folks that are there at that orchard. That is the beginning of fall for me. Going up to that orchard, that family orchard, and not my family, but a family-run orchard where my own family used to go and pick and work at when they were in their younger years. It's such a treat to get to go there. And just the drive up there was wonderful. It was a really cool day, and we thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you for letting me share it with you, for coming along with us and seeing it all. Thank you for letting me share my two good things that I liked today with you. And like always, until next time.